From the campus of the University of Alabama, live sports from Alabama's sports team. This is WVUA Sports.
Welcome into sports, everybody. I'm Scott Braswell. Thanks so much for joining us. The Alabama football team had its final tune-up last night against the Southern Miss Golden Eagles and passed it with flying colors, cruising to a 52-12 victory. This game saw Blake Sims take full control of the QB position. Sims' final numbers: 12 for 17, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 through the air, and 1 with his legs. You see him right there, walks right past our cameraman. But another great performance by the Alabama defense as they held Southern Miss to 263 yards of total offense. Now the Tide turns its focus to the SEC as they will welcome the Florida Gators into Bryant-Denny Stadium next weekend. The players and Coach Saban say that they have to take it up a notch with their tough conference schedule in front of them.
This is going to be a real big focus week for us in practice. The more we can focus on the little things, obviously, like you guys said, improving the inside zone, inside in between the tackles, something we can work on. And obviously, Florida, they've got a really good team. And I think it's a great opportunity to find out who we are.
I always have confidence in our team and that we're going to be prepared when it comes time to play Florida. We know they're a great team, great athletes. So we just got to come in and practice hard, and study, and just be ready.
We're going to play some really good teams here down the road. Probably, if the teams aren't in the top 25, they probably certainly deserve to be. So every team that we play is going to be a really good team here for a pretty good stretch now.
Well, speaking of the top 25, let's take a look at the AP poll top 5 that came out today. Florida State retains its top spot at number 1 with 37 first-place votes. Oregon still at number 2, 17 first-place votes. And Alabama holds steady at number 3, 1 first-place vote. And Oklahoma and Auburn round out your top 5. In case you missed it last night, Kentucky and Florida battled deep into the night, all the way to 3 overtimes. Kentucky has a chance to take the lead, but Max Strong for Kentucky misses the 42-yarder wide right. And all Florida has to do is just make a field goal, and they win. Pretty simple stuff, right? But what's better than a field goal, you might ask? Well, touchdown. Matt Jones for Florida punches it in from 1 yard out, and Florida wins it 36-30. Heartbreaking loss for the Wildcats. Kentucky has not won a game in Gainesville since 1979, and they haven't beaten Florida since 1986. On to the NFL, Saints versus Browns. Second quarter, Browns up 10-3, and Drew Brees makes a rare mistake. He overthrows his 6'7" tight end, Jimmy Graham, and it's intercepted by Tashawn Gibson of Cleveland, and he takes this bad boy 62 yards to the house. Browns miss the extra point and lead 16-10 at the half. To the fourth quarter we go. Browns up 23-17, and Bama fans remember this guy. Mark Ingram punches it in from 2 yards out, 24-23 Saints. Cleveland had other ideas. They drive all the way down the field, and it's Billy Cundiff with the 29-yard game-winning field goal. Browns win it 26-24. Cleveland fans rejoice. Not a lot of rejoicing for New Orleans. The Saints fall to 0-2 on the year and to last place in the NFC South. Let's take a look at how our Bama players in the NFL did. Like we said, Mark Ingram, 11 attempts, 83 yards, 1 touchdown. And Rolando McClain keeps his terrific comeback story alive. He had 7 tackles, 1 interception today as the Cowboys win 26-10 over Chance Warmack's Tennessee Titans. Julio Jones, a great day for him as well. 7 receptions, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Eddie Lacy, 13 attempts, 43 yards, and a great game. I don't know if you caught it, folks. Packers win 31-24 over the Jets. They rallied from an 18-point deficit to win, and Dee Miller had 4 tackles in that game for the New York Jets. Well, in NASCAR now, racing fans have been anxiously awaiting the start of the chase for the Sprint Cup. NASCAR changed the rules for the chase this offseason, introducing 3 new race elimination rounds. The last round will take place at Homestead Speedway in Miami, and that race will feature just 4 eligible drivers who will race for the championship. The first race for the chase was today at Chicagoland Speedway. Let's go to the highlights. The Sprint Cup trophy awarded to the driver who wins the Sprint Cup Series championship. 18 laps to go. Kyle Larson not competing for the chase. That doesn't mean he isn't trying to win. He blows by race leader and chase contender Kevin Harvick for the lead. But 2 laps later, and it's Brad Keselowski, the 2012 champion. He started 25th in this race, but makes an amazing pass up the middle here. And he would run away with it from there and gets the win. Keselowski begins his quest for the chase just like he did in 2012 with a win at Chicagoland Speedway. Your chase standings right now: Keselowski number 1, Jeff Gordon number 2, Joey Logano at number 3, Kevin Harvick number 4, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. at number 5. On to golf, final round of the Tour Championship. 5th hole, Billy Horschel trying to take the lead, and he rolls in this birdie putt slow roll. Meanwhile, Roy McIlroy, not one of his best days on tour. He's won 2 majors this year. Here he is on the par 3-6. Holds that club like that, not a good sign. And this shot will find the water. Kind of reminds me of my golf game, to be honest. McIlroy would finish tied for second. We go to your leader, Horschel, trying to widen his lead. Third shot from the bunker on the par 5, 15th. And what a beautiful shot it is. Slow roll to the hole. Horschel will go in and make birdie on that hole. And here he is tapping in for par on 18. And he is your winner of the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup. An $11 million payday for the former Florida Gator. I'd be pretty excited too. Congrats to Billy. Not a fan of his fashion sense, but the man can play some golf, so you got to give him your respect. Also, a quick note, the Braves lost 10-3 to the Texas Rangers today. They fall to 75 and 74 overall. 4 games out of that last wild card spot. All the time we have for sports. We're back with more news right after the break.